In this video, I'm going to be covering some key steps that you need to take in order to start selling wholesale on Amazon this year. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new on this channel, we explore tips, strategies, and experiences that I have had that will help you start and build up your Amazon FBA wholesale business. 2021. Happy New Year, guys. In this video, we are going to be covering how you can start and scale up your Amazon FBA wholesale business in 2021. In this video, I'm going to be covering some key steps that you need to take in order to start selling wholesale on Amazon this year. As we know, guys, Amazon and e-commerce has boomed in this past year and it's only going up. So I'm super excited to share this video with you. Before we get into it, I do have a few key announcements that I have to make. And I put out a poll in my Facebook group. So if you guys haven't joined that Facebook group, I'm leaving the link for that in the description below. And the poll asked the group members if you guys wanted to see a weekly sourcing tutorial video on how I find wholesale suppliers, and an overwhelming amount of you said that that would be really helpful for you to see and visualize on how to find suppliers. We are going to be doing a weekly sourcing tutorial. This will take place on Sundays. I don't have a set time frame yet, but it will be starting next Sunday. I'm hoping that I can provide some value for you guys and help you guys find some profitable wholesale suppliers. And in these tutorials, it's not so much going to be the actual suppliers that I'm sourcing, rather the process that I'm going through in order to pick and choose the suppliers and the products that I add to my list. I'm also going to be coming out with a monthly blog and article that it relates to topics that just on Amazon in general. So problems that I have, obstacles and challenges that I face in my business. Hit the link below, guys, and subscribe to the newsletter. I'm going to be putting out an article once a month if you guys are interested. So this is just another free source of information that you guys can utilize to help start your Amazon business. And the final announcement is that I'm going to be giving away some free phone calls. I really appreciate the support. We're over 500 subscribers now. And if we get to 600 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 6 free coaching phone calls. So make sure you guys smash that subscribe button if you guys want to be eligible for that free phone call. If you enjoy these videos, smash that like button. Without further ado, let's jump right into the content. So guys, I want to break down wholesale for you as a relatively simple process that unfortunately tends to get overcomplicated. There's the main steps involved with starting a wholesale business on Amazon, assuming that you already have your business license and your Amazon account in order. The first step is going to be to source the companies. So we're going to be jumping into some live sourcing sessions over the coming weeks. So that will help you guys get a feel for how I'm using the proper sourcing methods in order to find profitable wholesale companies. But then that's just half the battle, is sourcing the companies. From there, you have to do the reach outs. You have to make the phone calls, send the emails, the follow-ups. So a big component of that is actually following up with the companies, because a lot of companies that you call are probably, you're going to end up leaving a voicemail, or maybe you send an email and they don't respond to you. The key is being persistent enough with the company so that you stay on their radar. So this means following up every couple of months. Maybe the first time around they said they weren't interested, then you follow up again, provide them some value, and just continue to cultivate that relationship, which is huge in wholesale. And building your network of accounts is you have to build relationships in order to succeed in this business. The third step is, assuming you've gotten that price list from the company, you're now doing your data analysis and determining profitability of the products. So that means you're cross-referencing the price list of the products, and then you're comparing it to the retail price that it's selling for on Amazon. From there, you're breaking down your profit per sale, return on investment, margin, how many units you're going to sell a month, and so on and so forth. Included in this profitability estimate, you have to take into account some logistics. So is the company shipping direct to Amazon? Are they shipping to you? If they're shipping direct to Amazon, a lot of the times products require what's called FNSKU barcode labels, which is a mandatory barcode label that Amazon requires in order to properly check in your inventory. In that case, you might have to have either the company apply those labels or Amazon apply those labels, or if the company is shipping to you, you can apply the labels manually. So whichever is going to be most cost effective. I will tell you that it is extremely time effective to have the company ship direct to Amazon and then just have Amazon apply the FNSKU labels for 30 cents a piece. It's not a huge chunk out of your margin, so I would do that if possible. You can also have it sent to you if it's your first go around and you just want to get a feel for the process. Some products also require prep work, such as polybagging, and that's another service that you can pay Amazon to do, or you can have it sent to yourself. Polybagging, the cost from Amazon is 50 cents per unit, and then any other prep work, you're going to have to go into Seller Central and determine that specific product's cost in terms of prep work. So 2 methods that you can take. Whichever method you do end up taking, you have to take into account your variable costs. So your individual item labels, your shipping cost, if you're sending it to yourself. And ideally, if I send it to myself, I definitely don't want to pay shipping to me and then shipping to Amazon, because then I get hit with double shipping. So that's another thing to keep into account. If the company requires a minimum spend and then you get the product shipped to you for free, then there's essentially no extra cost involved but your time in terms of prepping the product. So a few things to keep in mind there. Once you guys complete that process, source the company, reach out to the company, determine the profitability and determine which products you are going to buy, and then some logistics and payment, it then becomes about rinsing and repeating the cycle. So go back to the beginning, source, call, and then so on and so forth, and just keep adding wholesale accounts to your business. And what is going to happen is you are going to see continued growth every time you add a wholesale account, because assuming your buying criteria is on point and you are buying profitable products that sell fast, you are going to be growing your business and adding profitable inventory to your business. Guys, keep in mind, probably the biggest factor in this is making reach outs and phone calls. If you really want to see growth as a business, you are going to have to be calling a minimum of 100 companies per week. Let's assume your account closure rate is around 2 to 3% as a starter. So you're going to be closing 2 to 3 accounts per week. Now, not all of those accounts are going to be profitable. Even if you can get 1 profitable wholesale account per week, that's 4 wholesale accounts per month, which is going to gradually grow your business. For me personally, in 2021, I set a goal to call 125 to 150 companies per week. And guys, the more companies you call, the faster the growth you're going to have. And as you call more companies, you're going to get more comfortable on the phone, and your sales pitch and the way you interact with these brand owners and sales representatives is just going to be much more seamless as you gain more experience in the process. Another huge point of this whole process is that, guys, you cannot be afraid of rejection. I have been rejected hundreds, if not thousands of times. It is okay. It is part of the process, and you guys have to learn to deal with rejection. A big part of wholesale is delaying some gratification, guys. It's going to require upfront work in the beginning. You're going to be making a lot of calls, reach outs, and just spending a lot of time analyzing data, and you might not see that return for a little bit farther down the road, because you're putting in that upfront work and it takes time to just get everything set up. But once you have the account set up with the company, it just becomes about placing restock orders, and it's really clockwork at that point, guys. Another point I want to dive into is comparing some old methods of sourcing versus some new methods of sourcing suppliers. I'm going to compare and contrast old method of sourcing versus new method of sourcing. So in the old method of doing wholesale, we have, sites like Wholesale Central, generic distributors, sending a generic email to all the companies, not customizing that email, not doing research prior to engaging in a relationship with the company. Guys, you want to present yourself to that company as if their brand is the only brand on the entire Amazon platform. So that is really key, guys. Making it about the brand and not as much about the product. So that brings me into some of the new methods of wholesale, which is not being an Amazon seller. Guys, you have to be a business owner when you are trying to build relationships with companies. What it looks like to be an Amazon seller is, send a generic email saying, we've seen your reviews on Amazon, we're really interested in your products, and buying and selling the products on Amazon. Guys, that's 9 times out of 10. That is just not going to work. I mean, you're not going to close accounts by just sending a generic email like that. Some new methods of wholesale are making phone calls and following up every couple of months or so with the company, engaging in partnerships, not so much just buying and flipping products, bundling products. Guys, this is huge right now. I mean, if you can provide value to the brand in any way, it's to bundle their product with maybe another product in their catalog, or bundle it with another product from another company if they're allowing that. Guys, you can essentially develop an exclusive listing where you have all of the sales on that product, and it's just, you can boost that listing up using different methods such as PPC and listing optimization. So guys, this takes work. If you want to really build a successful wholesale business, it's going to take upfront work, and you have to be creative and think outside the box as to how you can market yourself as a business owner and actually change and grow the company's brand. So that is going to be key in 2021. If we focus on those old methods, guys, we're going to end up with generic distributor price lists that are not that profitable. But if we focus on the new methods of wholesale, you guys are going to close long-term relationships that could potentially be exclusive. And that right there, guys, is a coveted wholesale relationship. You can take that contract with the company and you can sell it to someone else. Another key point I want to touch on in terms of some new methods of wholesale is, guys, do not be afraid to network in your local area. Determine what companies are out there in your area to engage into wholesale relationships with. A face-to-face interaction can be huge, and it can go a really long way than just talking on the phone or sending emails. Not only that, but look at brick and mortar stores in your local area to potentially partner up with. Guys, if you have a background in some sort of industry or brick and mortar location, or you know someone with a brick and mortar store, this can be a huge opportunity for you to succeed in wholesale on Amazon, because 90% of the companies that you encounter when you are making your calls want the seller to have a brick and mortar store. And then oftentimes, if they do have that brick and mortar store, they will allow the seller to sell on Amazon. It's not always the case. Amazon is forbidden in a lot of cases. However, the brick and mortar store will enable you to close more wholesale accounts. Guys, that's it for this video. As a reminder, we're going to be doing some weekly live sourcing sessions, which I am super excited about. That's going to start next Sunday, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys are interested, I'm dropping a link down below for the Facebook group, as well as a link to subscribe to my newsletter for my monthly article, where we're going to cover some topics as it relates to selling on Amazon. Guys, thank you so much for the continued support on YouTube. We're going to make 2021 the most profitable year and prosperous year as well, guys. Enjoy the wholesale process. Every step you make, look at it as growth, and every time you get rejected from a company, use it as motivation to gain another wholesale account and learn from your experiences moving forward. Guys, I can talk to you all day about wholesale, but there is no greater value than going out there and making the phone calls and getting on the phone with these companies, because that is how you're going to learn best. Happy New Year, guys. Thank you guys so much for the continued support on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all of the wholesale content that I will be putting out. Stay safe, stay healthy. We will see you next time.